I'm with Professor Toyoda at SETA 2018 and would like to ask you about the show this year. Are you pleased with the attendance, the exhibitors, and the event so far?
Yes, very much so. I think, still, it's just started, but in the afternoon we had two very interesting sessions, and another one is going on now. I think the theme is energy transition. But actually, when we think about energy transition to zero carbon society, we don't have sufficient technology. Nuclear, renewable energy, important, but not sufficient. And so in addition to those technology, we discuss hydrogen. And I think people are very much satisfied with the new technology such as hydrogen. And I think, SETA's role is to develop those new technology and to let many people know, and then they can utilize. So I think it's much easier for us to realize the energy transition, and SETA can play that role. So I'm happy.
Very good. And what's the challenge for this energy transition? What do you see as the biggest things that are holding us back within Asia?
But actually, this region is growing. Unlike Europe, unlike Japan, growing.
Yes.
And so they need energy. And then they have to emit GHG. So how they can reduce the emission, and nuclear is not easy for them to introduce, and renewable energy still it's the beginning stage.
Yes.
And so they can promote renewable energy and they can promote nuclear, but if they are the only technology or energy which could enable them to enjoy transition, I think that's not sufficient. So energy saving technology need to be developed, and new technology need to be shared, and new technology like hydrogen is also developed here and shared. So I think the role of SETA is very important. Today we discussed two methods of producing hydrogen. One is fossil fuel. It could be gas or oil and even coal. And they have coal, they have gas, and oil may not be sufficient, but they can utilize those fossil fuel to produce hydrogen in combination with CCS technology. In addition to that, another gentleman from Australia explained how they can take advantage of renewable energy to produce hydrogen through the sort of electrolysis. And in Thailand, in many other parts of Asia, they have a huge amount of solar PV and even wind power. So I think it was a very good news for them to have known that renewable energy can be utilized for producing hydrogen. So I think even Japan can be happy. We don't have any meaningful amount of energy, but we have some renewable energy. So it's a good news for Japan as well.
And you're one of the VIP speakers at SETA 2018. What are you talking about?
Well, I think I was just trying to moderate the session on hydrogen. Okay. I tried to give a sort of overview of how we could utilize, how we could produce hydrogen, how we could utilize hydrogen in a sort of economically viable manner.
Yes.
And I invited three panelists, two producers, one user. And so it was very good combination. And one producer based on fossil fuel, one producer based on renewable energy, and user, I think one of the biggest auto company, Toyota. Not Toyoda, Toyota. And I think they explained us their own strategy. It was very interesting.
Very good. Thank you so much for your support of the show, and it's great to talk with you. I wish you a very successful 2 days ahead. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.